I was busy thinking about bees, bees, bees. I was busy dreaming about bees, bees, bees.
It scares sometimes when I think of a word. It's a word already and it's a bad word.
You could say a really bad word.
I don't want to say a really bad word.
No, you don't have to.
I think I saw this memorized, so prepare for a terrible out of sync. Step aside, watch and learn, don't try to rain on my parade, cause if you're not careful, I will steal your heart away. I'll be swifter and stealthier than any ninja could. I'm your queen of thieves and I'm your modern Robin Hood. The breeze in the air tells me treasures out there, search if you dare. The clouds beckoning, calling out to me, whispering my name. If you try to stress the secret's the logician with the key. If you Science, it's just my philosophy, 'cause the world, my oyster, it's just waiting to be found. All for me to take and the joy of what's around. If you think you can lie and pull the wool over my eyes, then I'm sad to say you may be in for a surprise. I'll be swifter and stealthier than barring out the truth. I'm the great, the one and only Atakarasu. Yeah, the only problem with this is you can't see all the text, so let me just make myself a little smaller. Perfect! I'm tiny!
Hey, everyone, you have to drink water.
Thank you, Daycare Ladybot. Let's do this. I did figure out a way to do this. Let's go. A new development in this case has come to light. Under Knightley's direction, the door of the President's plane was opened. After the paramedics attending Mr. Rook left, we set foot inside the plane one by one. Shit. Why are there gas masks? Oh my. Where would the President be? Who knows? It seems he's just behind that door. Still a coward, I see. You'd think he'd just show himself in front of a hitman? Not a chance. Didn't I tell you already? My purpose here is simply to investigate the case. Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, we await your examination of the body. Right. For now I have no choice but to obey and continue the investigation. The rest is up to Detective Gumshoe. Counting on you. Oh, you should never count on him. Is it just me or is he stretched? He's been stretched. Give me a sec. I can fix that. He can look better. Much better. Now I just need to fix this because I did add a filter to make this look better. So give me a second. I will find the greatest treasure, luring out the truth. I'm the great, the one and only Atakarasu. Perfect. Okay. And then this one. There, and now I can actually make myself a little bigger too. Yay! That's better. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. We're gonna do that. Let me guess, by doing that I have... Yep, I have completely fucked it up. Cool. That's fine. Let's do this. Looks like you could use some help, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I don't deny it, but... See? Exactly. If that's the case, then it can't be helped. Just leave it to the great thief Kay Faraday. Right, so you're saying you can solve this case? Nope! I missed you, Kay. I really did. Said with such certainty. Instead, I'll stick to being your support. Right, let's get straight to the investigation. Okay, so she's my number 2 instead of Gumshoe now. We need to buy time for the police to prepare. I'll need to draw out this investigation for as long as I can. Oh, don't worry, Edgeworth. I'm going to do that myself. God, Kay is so pretty. Two gas masks lay on the table, ready to protect against poisonous gas attacks. The President seems quite fearful of assassinations. So this is the rumored gas mask. This is my first time seeing the real thing. Rumored? Among great thieves? No, the Jammin' Ninja, the children's program. During Princess Viola's wedding ceremony, a poison-tongued ninja, Simon Kowal. I should stop I should stop listening to her so seriously. It never seems to pay off. Yeah, what's up? So there were actually 2 people who were dressed up as an assassin in the Red Hood. No, it's too early to say for sure at the moment. But there's the killer, who's a professional assassin. And then there's Nicole, who aimed a laser pointer at the president. Oh, this is making my head spin. There's a reason we cannot see the truth. The reason we cannot see the truth is because something is obstructing it. I get it. If we stole that something, then we'd also be stealing the truth. Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it. Actually, I've been studying up on investigation techniques. Oh, that sounds promising. First, examine the evidence and information that you stole. Present the stolen evidence, connect the stolen information, and the new truth will appear for you to steal. How was that? I worked really hard at it. You get points for effort, I guess. I can't believe a real professional assassin asked us to investigate this case for him. I couldn't agree more. Just what is he thinking? In any case, let's continue the investigation. Let's do this for Mr. Rook's sake as well. Yeah, okay. But can I present things to you? Can I present the badge to you, or have I already done that? It's a really cool badge. It depicts a blazing sun on top of a winter frost, right? Oh, you've already said all this! And because it's a new chapter, I have to listen to it all again. Love, justice, peace, courage, honor, kindness, truth. God. Okay, whatever. I have nothing else to say to you. I have ruined everything. Did I fix it? Is it broken? I think I fixed it. You spin my head right round, right round. The president is just beyond this door. This door! I'm getting a sense that it's challenging me! Okay. There's no need to feel challenged by a door. But look how big it is! And those electronic locks! It's challenging me to unlock it! Calm down and think it over. What's the purpose of a key? What is the purpose? It's to unlock treasure? That's right. To unlock treasure. Was that the right answer? Oh, sweetie. It ain't me. I'm just a journalist. All I want was a scoop. I never killed anybody. Well, you still haven't told us why you concealed the parka from us. Well, that's because I thought y'all would get suspicious. Is that really the only reason? You gotta believe me, Mr. Prosecutor. I didn't do nothing. I won't tell you not to worry, but there's no need to be overly frightened. If you truly are innocent, I swear I will prove it. Yeah! My mentor does believe in me! For the last time, Miss Swift, I am not your mentor. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. You'll always be my second mentor. Oh, sweetheart. That's not quite what I meant. I can make this fit a little better into the box and then it looks better. Yeah. Much better. Oh, this poor woman. Can I present my badge to you? The prosecutor presents a shiny pointy badge and asks, how about a nice cold glass of water? I said no such thing. Detective adds, or would you prefer some grape juice instead, pal? What are you talking about? I'm just getting ready for the real deal. Oh. Oh, sweetie. I'm not gonna let them interrogate you because I know you're innocent, Nicole. Oh, that poor thing. It's an inflatable lifeboat with an oar sitting on top. Looks like it's ready to be used at any time. Hey! There's only one oar! Well, I guess you could try to paddle with your hands. It's an assortment of protective gear, from bulletproof vests to hazmat suits. Wow, there's even a spacesuit! President seems to be very protective of himself. But what happens if he gets shot and then gets exposed to poison gas? And then on top of all that, he gets ejected into space! He would probably wear everything that you see here. That would be a sight to see. The internal and external views of the plane are being monitored by these monitors. Okay, well, first of all, that's us. This monitor shows what's happening in the room. They've got some pretty good tech. Is that so? I don't know much about these types of things. It even captures the fine line around your eyes, Mr. Edgeworth. Oops, my bad. Those are usual wrinkles on your forehead. Okay, is that all you wanted to say? Dick. Cockpit. These monitors show the cockpit in the aircraft's exterior. This doesn't seem to be anything out of place. These monitors show the cockpit and aircraft's exterior. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. What are you talking about? What about this screen? What's this thing? Oh, that's the president's precious stuffed animal. I don't really get it, but it's some kind of keepsake. Don't touch it. Precious. That's unexpected. Hey, it kind of looks like there's been a break-in. Indeed, the area it stands on does look a bit unnatural. Are those glass shards underneath the stuffed animal? So natural in space, perhaps. Was there another monitor here? Oh, that's not a camera. That's just straight up the stuffy. Okay. These monitors, blah, 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 blah. You're not gonna talk about the fucking... Oh my god. If they're prohibited in this country, then it had to be someone from Zhengfa who did it, right? That's a heavy-looking vest. The president's clothes must be made from special fabric. Indeed, it's to protect against bullets. Wow, it even does that? Naturally. It's a bulletproof vest, after all. Ah, so that's what it is. This is the first time I've seen one. You could have said something earlier, and that really surprised me. It's a collection of colorful security alarms. They must all have been used before. The president, he sure is a nice guy. He bought these security alarms to protect his wife and kids. Then why would he leave them all here? It's obvious that they're for his own personal use. Objection! A single person can't carry that many security alarms. Because a person only has 2 hands. That objection is worth 0 points. Are these some kind of official documents? I know it's a bit rude, but let's take a peek inside. This seems to be a security plan. It looks different from the previous one. This looks like the one we found earlier in the trash can. Yes, it does, but... What's this? Ah! Sorry. Sorry, a police car just turned their lights on right in front, right at my window. Ow, my eyes. Eureka! What's this? That the details of the security plans were changed? Ah, you're right! Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Why the sudden change? Because 2 days ago, the killer attacked the president. He disguised himself as a bodyguard. Rook was the first to notice. He'd already gotten close to the president. Rook managed to stop him just in the nick of time. Rook grabbed his left arm and twisted it, and then fired 1 bullet square into his left arm. What were you doing at the time, Mr. Knightley? Getting strangled, apparently. I was... If I remember correctly, the first person I took out that day was you. Oops. Was that a touchy subject? Shut up! So, back then, your neck injury is yet to heal and you've already forgotten? Ethan Rook. You could say he was a most capable individual. Unlike this man here. Dick! Correct. Well disguised as a bodyguard, I happened to hear his name. There was no way I could forget that name. Only a select few have ever been able to injure me. So this was the connection the killer was talking about. The security arrangements would change so that the killer would not be able to sneak in as a bodyguard again. Only the president's two most trusted subordinates would accompany him on the stage. In short, me and Rook. Okay. It appears your positions were also changed. That's true! He's on the right side! Because I can't turn my head to the right, my position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Okay, interesting. Strange decoration based off some strange animal staring at me with strange eyes. There's also a lever on this statue. See, it's right here on its butt. That would be most unforgivable. I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. That lever most likely operates a trapdoor underneath my feet. Yeah, okay. So, he can... This place is booby-trapped to hell and back. Alright, fine. I'll check the actual person. I have high hopes for you. Please ensure you do not disappoint me. How's your investigation progressing? There's no need for concern. It's proceeding smoothly. You remember how I detest betrayal. All too well. I thought you would, so please don't do anything you'll regret. I have no choice but to obey him for now. This is nuts! I'm being used to get an assassin onto the president's plane. If we didn't enter the plane, the investigation would have come to an end. You're not fooling anyone! I know what you're after! I believe I have already said that my only interest is the nature of Rook's death. And what about the person who hired you to assassinate the president? Perhaps you've forgotten. I have no intent to carry out a job I deem futile. Very well. Let's continue the investigation. Splendid. I have utmost faith in your abilities, Mr. Prosecutor. Wait, why does he determine that the president's thing is futile? Is it like, did the... Excuse me, Jesus. I mean, everything about this is suspicious, my guy. Bullet pierced his body just below his armpit. Okay, that's a weird way to get shot. Unfortunately, he was hit in the area that his bulletproof vest didn't cover. It really seems like a well-aimed shot. The cause of death was most likely blood loss. Bleeding has stopped. Paramedics were called to treat Mr. Brooke, right? I'm afraid they didn't make it in time. Aww. I'm assuming this thing is, yeah, a bulletproof attache case. It's a tool bodyguards use to protect themselves from bullets. It can be seen in case photo. Seems Rook and Knightley both had one. Wonder where Knightley's got to. Ah! That's the scene I stole on film. You didn't do anything illegal in taking this. Anywhere, anytime. I'm always in the mood to steal. You just wanted to use the word steal, didn't you? Have I been caught? Probably. Sweetie. Victims: Ethan Rook. He was the president's bodyguard. After hearing the gunshots, he immediately evacuated the president into the plane. He gave up his life to fulfill his duties. Does this mean he'll receive a posthumous promotion? Kate, there's no need for forced comments. How'd you know? Bodyguards don't follow that promotion system. I don't want to look at his crotch. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing else to say. Gun. Seems the victim also carried a gun. Did he try to shoot something? He may have drawn it out instinctively to return fire. We need to check to see if the gun has fired any bullets. Still fully loaded. There's no evidence of any shot being fired. This gun is also from Zhengfa, right? Yeah. We were always issued the same model revolver. Oh, I have a lot of logic now. This one... These two guns, they're this exact same model. These guns came from Zhengfa. Looks like all the bodyguards were provided with guns from Zhengfa. Indeed. Aren't those guns rare? No, not particularly. They're not easy to obtain domestically, but it isn't impossible either. What? I thought they might be a treasure. Yes, it's unfortunate. Edgeworth, you have to stop indulging her. Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking about treasure? Not quite. If it was a rare model, it would have been easier to identify. Even evidence can become treasure. I see! Even during your investigations, you search for treasure. Well, I didn't quite say that. Okay, let's investigate. Where's the treasure? And suddenly she's motivated. That's me. I don't know if any of those go together yet, so. Bullet pierced his body just before his armpit. Likely blood loss. Bleeding has stopped. It was too late for both him and the paramedics. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Next to the right shield, there's a canary in a cage. Aw, it's so cute! I want to be my partner. Partner? Of course, it can help me open locks and do other jobs in the crime scene. A great thief should always use nature to advantage. I've heard of canaries being used to detect poison gas. Don't tell me. Oh my god, that poor canary. What is this? I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. I want to check that thing, though. What is that? Huh. Yeah. Probably wrong, but... Hey! 2 bullets were fired. We know that from the number of gunshots. One hit the steel samurai balloon, the other took Rook's life. But didn't a bullet also hit the president's bulletproof vest? Right, it doesn't match up with the numbers of the shots. However, there is one way to solve this. One way? The bullet that stole Rook's life passed through his body and then hit the vest. In other words, Rook and the president were hit by the same bullet. I see! This is the president, all right. Even while wearing a bulletproof vest, you can still get injured. Yeah, the bullet's impact can still fracture your bones, but don't worry, he's fine. The president's trained himself like no other. Maybe the president didn't even need a bulletproof vest. I think that might be pushing it. I'd like to examine the bullet. There's a chance there may still be a ballistic marking. Ballistic markings? What's that? Ballistic markings are always left on a bullet. Each gun leaves a distinct marking. So if we examine the ballistic markings, we'll know which gun the bullet was fired from. Is that a real thing, by the way? Ballistics. Are ballistic markings an actual thing? Ooh, the game's not happy that I went AFK. Are ballistic markings real? Yes. Cool. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. You could say they're like a gun's fingerprints. I get it now. Let's investigate right away. I think that'd be difficult. The bullet was completely flattened when it hit the bulletproof vest. There's no way you could investigate the ballistic markings. Why? I wanted to investigate them. Now then, I've grown weary of this investigation. Still no sign of Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Prosecutor, have you uncovered the truth yet? No, not yet. I see. In that case, would you like to speak with someone who is involved in the incident? Someone involved in the incident? You mean... Is there not one more witness? Just behind those doors? Of course, the president himself. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, please do the honors and summon the witness here. There's no chance in hell I'm letting that happen. You think you can just summon the president like a witness in court? Ha! Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching all of this through the cameras. Would you kindly grace us with your presence? That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. I see. Mr. President, what sort of a man leaves another to die on his behalf? Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy! Hey! Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. What? The lights! My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor. But I wouldn't try anything if I were you. It seems I'm unable to reach the President, even with Mr. Knightley's life. Oh dear. However, I have already seen the truth. Where is he? I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Okay, well, the killer's gone. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe? Oh, that was Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, say! Okay, well, he took the boat. Did I pass out? Mr. Edgeworth, thank goodness you're safe! Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay? Okay, what about you? I just woke up myself. My head's throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal. Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer? Miss Swift came running out the plane. She told us the killer made a run for it, but... we were too late, so... we heard from that bodyguard that the emergency lifeboat over there had been stolen. He's probably at the other side of the lake by now, so... Didn't you seal off the park? The police were all called back to surround the plane. Right now, there's no one guarding the opposite shore. That means he succeeded in giving us the slip. Sure seems that way, sir. Mr. Prosecutor. Horace Knightley, it seems you also had a narrow escape. Yeah, that sucked, that punk.
Come to think of it, we found this near where you fell, sir.
This is to Killer's calling card.
Looks like a message from him.
Whoops. Gross. He always leaves his card next to his victim's body.
But you're not dead, sir.
Perhaps this
Hey,
signifies something
everyone,
else.
you have to drink water.
Thank you, daycare ladybot. I have already seen the truth. I'll leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Seen the truth? What did he mean? Yeah, it's safe now. President will be making his entrance now. The president? Is it gonna be, yeah, Mr. Big Buff Bitch? God damn, dude. This man is the president of Zhengfa, Yang.
You are...
It's an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor.
I am Dijung Yang.
Wang, Yang, I don't fucking know.
I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis.
Is he referring to the Yatagaras case? I was simply solving a murder, nothing more.
Such modesty. I have been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, despite allowing the killer to get away.
Thank you very much. So he was watching through the security cameras.
However, I regret that it ends here.
What do you mean?
Heed my words, foolish prosecutor. You should have already been informed by Knightley. The investigation will be handed over to the esteemed police force of Zhengfa.
Oh, now that the killer is gone, they intend to take over the investigation.
Hey, pal, what are you doing? And what's with the attitude? It's because of the killer that Mr. Edgeworth...
Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must this investigation be handed over to your country's police?
Why, you say? Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over the evidence you found so far and leave this plane at once.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do what you're told. I cannot resist any longer. God damn it, you're joking. Fuck! Okay, well, Rook is still around. Horace, Killer, Kay, Nicole. Okay, well, we got everyone here. Why won't he allow me to investigate this case any further?
Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Knightley, place the suspect under firm restraint.
I'm on it, Mr. President.
An attempt on my life and murder of my subordinate. Such evil, such sin.
I didn't kill nobody, I swear. Shut your trap, lady.
You dare question me. You dare stain this world with deceit.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Leave this child alone. She's literally a... Is the president just talking endlessly? If I never press the continue button, will his speech just get gradually longer? Speech about sin and deceit for like an hour. Everyone else is like, dude, shut the actual fuck up. Hang on, I can make this look better. Oh, that's what I did. Hang on. It's no mistake, the President's hiding something. If I turn back now, the truth will be lost forever. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth, is there nothing you can do? I remember. Countless times I've faced this dilemma in the courtroom. The lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. I did not always have the evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, I was still able to draw the truth from them. Oh, really? Really? I don't believe a goddamn word you're saying. That's right. My words alone are my weapons. Logic chess! Oh, we get to listen to the good version of the logic theme without it being laggy as fuck. Let's listen to it. Oh, my throat. Leave this place at once. This is a direct order from the President himself. He's not even listening. Any rebuttal I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the President of Zingfar. I don't suppose he'll show weakness easily. His words may be overbearing. But I need not be intimidated. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. First, I'll start by asking for his reasons for talking over the investigation. Now let's begin. A good opening line will put me at an advantage. Please allow me to confirm something about this investigation. Nay, I don't recall granting you permission to speak. I am the President of Zingfar. You shall not talk back to me. I'm not talking back. I'm simply asking for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country. Is that correct? Exactly. That is all I will say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments. This plane? Is there something significant about this place? I should remember this clue. I'd like to explain your reasons for depriving us of our right to investigate. Impudent fool! Hold your tongue! There's no reason. That should be enough of an explanation for you. Perhaps that clue may be useful here. Gathering from what you've said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place? You insolent! Earlier, you said that this plane is like being on your country's soil. From those words, I was able to deduce the answer, namely, that this, you wish to claim extraterritorial rights inside this plane. Am I correct? That's enough! I shall brook no insolence. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. The moment I mentioned extraterritorial rights, your face grew pale. In light of your brazen courage, I shall grant you an answer. That's right, I am claiming extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, that does not change. You are still powerless. There is nothing you can do about it. I see. Under international law, the plane would be considered a part of Zingfar. How convenient. If he wishes to stake this claim, then I shall question its validity. The next move will decide the outcome. He may be the President, but there is still a hole in his logic, and allow me to break it wide open. Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that your actions are a bit too forceful? Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey. Forceful is the wrong word. It's authority, leadership. So you arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so? Yes, that girl is a criminal. There is no room for dispute. I don't think either of those correct, because technically, I can't say either of those. One of them fucks up poor Swift, and the other one is just false.
The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it.
That's it. The shooting occurred outside the plane. This could be a very important clue. I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterritorial rights.
Do you truly understand what it is that you're saying?
Of course, and I stand by it.
You dare doubt my words. You have no shame. Such irredeemable ignorance. It troubles me greatly.
There's no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift whom I wish to save from these false charges that you've laid against her.
I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unattainable. The extraterritorial laws are unshakable. This plane is Zingfa territory.
It's time to use that clue. Indeed, I don't question your extraterritorial rights inside the plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, if it didn't happen inside this plane, extraterritorial rights do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid.
Impossible to be bested by a mere prosecutor. I am the president!
Checkmate, Mr. President. Me too, dude. Imagine checkmating the president. That sounds like fun. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue with our investigation?
I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous, my heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly, thus we shall. It is our duty for a most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the President of Zingfa, for the sake of the investigation.
This guy sure likes beating around the bush. Knightley, we've received the President's permission. Could you return our evidence? Here. Yay! Good, I'm glad. Okay. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Indeed, now we can resume the investigation. It's funny how happy you are just because I gave you your precious pieces back. Excuse me, now let's see how you use them. Pay attention then. Here's my next move, Mr. President. May I make one more request of you? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident?
Testify.
Hey, hold on a sec. That's your next move? Isn't that sort of thing you'd leave to the courts? Naturally, it's a courtroom procedure. However, I'd still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. Is something wrong?
Knightley, stand down. I shall grant my honorable prosecutor's request.
Thank you for your cooperation. His bow is the best animation in the game.
Now heed my words. Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage. Then Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so those two attempted to escort me into the plane. But then the second gunshot. Bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest.
If that's the case, then the president's a victim too, right? 'Twas an assassination attempt. Rook just happened to get caught up in it, unfortunately. But isn't it strange? Why would a victim want to interrupt an investigation? Of course, if this becomes public, it could cause problems.
I see there's still a deep dark secret in this case, right?
He's turning Australian. God damn it. Certainly the President, and perhaps Knightley too, know of this secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see. Are you aware of just how serious this incident is?
You naive man, you think I would be perturbed by that question? Of course, I am well aware the coward attempted to shoot me. At the time, I was on the stage delivering my speech. Then, Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me.
Did you realize there was a shooter when they appeared in front of you?
What was I doing at the time? Ah, yes, the speech. During my speech, I was in a euphoric state, a state of nothingness and enlightenment.
So, you got nervous and you blanked out?
Nay, I have not forgotten a single occurrence that transpired during my speech. When Rook and Knightley appeared in front of me, I was surprised. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting.
A red balloon?
You try my patience, prosecutor.
That was not my intention. I just want to make sure your recollections are reliable.
There were balloons on both sides of the stage, swelling in red cloudy sky.
The security plans. Ah, the ones from the bag. But the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that thing ain't red, Chief. It's got red pants, but that thing ain't red. A red balloon burst? I'm afraid that's not the case.
What?
Please have a look at this piece of evidence. As you can see, what has burst?
This is...
What exactly? It's the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Tokyo. You would do well to remember it. You goddamn nerd. Fucking hell, edgy. Edgeworth! Oh my god, Edgeworth, sweetie. No one else is as big as a nerd of you. Oh my god. If you wish to win the support of this nation's people, and don't forget the rival show, the Jammin' Ninja, which holds no relevance right now. The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary red balloon. It was the Steel Samurai balloon.
But according to the plans, there should have been 2 red balloons. It says so right here in the security plan.
It certainly looks like there's only about 2 red balloons drawn here.
Knightley, what is the meaning of this? Explain it once.
Yes, sorry. That Steel Samurai balloon was on last-minute replacement. Replacement? That's what we were told. It seems the information didn't make it to the President. We ran into a little trouble during the setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst. So you scrambled to find a replacement?
Exactly.
We just happened to run into a guy manning a stand in the park. He said he'd lend us the Steel Samurai balloon. He was kind of a poser. A stand, a Steel Samurai balloon, and a poser. We pumped air into its red samurai pants to create a makeshift balloon. So the Steel Samurai balloon looked just like an ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean?
Knightley, why was I not informed of this?
Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report. Couldn't you tell just by looking at it?
I did not notice it.
So he must have took the Steel Samurai pants for an ordinary balloon. Me too. Was there any reason why you could have made that mistake? What now?
A moment, please. I just remembered now. I could not see the balloon very well.
You couldn't see it?
Exactly. At the time, the wind was strong. The flags on the stage were fluttering wildly, and they obstructed my view.
The flags? Oh, those flags.
Due to the strong wind, they were waving about, just like this.
Okay, so wait, that means that the shooter had to be up there. So a strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags were fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? President Huang, you have my gratitude. Your testimony has helped uncover a new contradiction. A contradiction? You say? Yes, one that turns the very foundation of this case on its head. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. This completely changes the meaning of that evidence. Which evidence contradicts the state of the crime scene? Where is it? It's just straight up not here. Oh, it's probably this. Because it can't hit the flag and the balloon and the president. The gunshot ran out during the president's speech. The bullet struck the inside of the balloon and also pierced through a national flag. I'd previously deduced the bullet's trajectory using these facts. The assassin fired the bullet from the left side of the audience area. However, if the flag was fluttering about like so, my reasoning changes. Ah! Since the flag's position had changed. Correct. The bullet's trajectory must have also changed. And you can line up all three of them together. And if we trace the bullet trajectory of the bullet, we can tell who fired the shot. But Mr. Edgeworth, that person is... Indeed. I still don't understand why. However, it can be none other than him. It was either the Knightley or the President. I'm pretty sure it's the President. Not the President, Knightley. The person who shot the balloon was none other than you, Horace Knightley. What?! Connect the bullet holes to the balloon and the flag, and the line points to you. But that's one of the president's bodyguards. Why would he have shot the Steel Samurai balloon, say? Preposterous, I have to agree with the detective. There's no reason. Are you saying Knightley, who saved my life on numerous occasions, is an assassin? Prosecutor Edgeworth, I've had it at the heel with you. My job's to protect the president. Knightley, control yourself. Sorry, Soy. Prosecutor, indeed, the wind is strong during my speech. However, the wind's strength changed very quickly. Evidence! Show us evidence that the flag was flying at the moment of the gunshot. The gunshot occurred the moment the president raised his fist to the sky. The evidence that shows this moment is... Well, it sure as hell isn't this one. Do I have something that shows the state of the flag? Oh! Just barely, but it's, yeah, the present picture. The evidence in this photo. Interesting, and where in this photo exactly? Proof that the flag was flying in this photo is right here. Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in the photo. No. There's no mistaking that the flags were flying at the moment of the incident. So then it really was that guy who shot the balloon. That would mean Mr. Knightley was the assassin. I mean, not necessarily. If he was trying to kill the president, why would he fire almost exactly at a 180 degree away from him? I don't think Knightley is the assassin. Horace Knightley is not the assassin. The only thing he shot was the balloon. The balloon on the opposite side of the president. He wasn't aiming at the president. Why then? Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that? Depending on your answer, I might take an aim at your pretty little head. Why was it necessary? I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the president's balloon was the bodyguard, Knightley. That fact will change the entire viewpoint of this case. Okay. Why was Knightley's position changed? Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Was that really the only reason? If the plan had not changed, Knightley remained on the left side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon on the left side of the stage? Perhaps the security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon. If that's the case... What's this? The details of the security plan were changed. Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Security plans were changed on the president's orders. In other words, the president knew about the balloon being shot. He knew about the attempt on his own life. If you think about it that way, everything's been out of place since the beginning to add up. Why was the assassin able to get the gun past such tight security? Why was the assassin wearing a conspicuous red hood? Why did they use a laser sight that would be so easily to reveal their location? Why was the president so calm after being shot? This was the truth the president and his subordinates tried to conceal. There can only be one reason why Knightley fired the gun. The entire assassination was a setup. Shit. How dare you? Do you seriously understand what you're implying with this? Of course I understand. In fact, now I understand everything. Mr. President, you wished to take the investigation rights from me. That was all so you could conceal the real truth. How dare you mock me with these spurious allegations? Spurious? Mock you? That was not my intention. I simply used logic to uncover the truth, that is all. Knightley fired the first shot in order to rupture the balloon. Hearing the gunshot and the sound of the balloon bursting, the audience began to panic. This was followed by one more shot. Wait, one more shot? Yes, Knightley turned towards the balloon and pulled the trigger the second time. The second gunshot was also fired by Knightley to create the illusion of a second shot hitting the president. So what about the bullet that hit the president's bulletproof vest? What if that bulletproof vest had been prepared in advance? What's the matter, Mr. President? Afraid of facing a little bullet? That's not true. I was definitely shot. If we examine the bullet in your vest, it would answer the question for us. Will we find Rook's blood on that bullet? Weren't you listening, Mr. President? From the bullet's trajectory, the one who fired the shot must have been Knightley. Then Nicole. She too was part of the president's plan. She was to bear the blame and become a false assassin. The red-hooded figure. Exactly. I don't know how much of the plan Miss Swift knew beforehand. However, she didn't fire the gun. All she did was aim the laser pointer at the president's head. That's right! Once the crowd began to panic, you would turn your parka inside out, and thus the red-hooded figure vanished. After that, you discarded the gun and security plan in the trash. and the illusion of the assassin vanishing like a ghost was complete.
And with the assassin gone, the case will go unsolved, pal.
Yes, that's what he hoped
Hey,
for.
everyone, you have to drink water.
I'm gonna turn you off, speech chat. You're loud. That's why he wouldn't let Mr. Edgeworth investigate the case. Exactly. All of this was an asinine publicity stunt from a lying president. He revealed his true form. The assassination is a lie, isn't it?
The truth. Why did he have to pick you? This should not have happened.
Well played, Mr. Prosecutor.
Knightley?
I'm speaking with the president now, thank you very much. You're a chess player. You know knights always strive to protect their king. That is on the whim of the player, but okay. So shut up now. Are you threatening me, Mr. Knightley? Ah, what's with this guy? Oops, sorry. I went over the top there. But on to business. As my first move, I want to ask you a question. You say I fired a gun on the stage, right? Then I should have been caught. The entire audience was watching me. I see. Now it's my move. You used a certain object to prevent the spectators from seeing you. A certain object? The suitcase. The attaché case. Exactly. I'd like you to have a look at this photo Kay took. Your right hand is completely hidden by the case. The photo captures the exact moment you secretly fired the gun. You used the attaché case as a screen. You seem to enjoy making up convenient stories, Mr. Prosecutor, but you missed something. What have I missed? That everything you've said is just a hypothesis, a theory. Flags flapping in the wind, using a case as a screen. The security plans were modified because I can't move my neck. You've got no decisive evidence. You're the one who said that the plans were changed because of your neck. Like, no, I don't have hypothesis. I don't have hypothetical shit. You literally confessed to that. Yeah, it'd be great if you had a bullet that hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings matched my gun. But that bullet's probably at the bottom of the lake. Finding it would be real tough, right? I hate to admit it, but it's as he says. There's no decisive evidence. There's no proof. The only thing you can do is shut up. So do so. Miss Swift? That's it. If she speaks, we could hear new testimony. Hey, lady, you got something to say? Never mind. There we go. I thought so. Nicole! Don't be afraid. The truth will escape if you let that man intimidate you. You're a reporter. A journalist, are you not? I will not remain silent! You better consider your position. Use your head. Oh, wait, I'm making him southern. You better consider your position. Use your head before you do something you'll regret. I forgot the #1 rule of journalism. Journalists must not tell lies. You can't call it stupid if it ain't the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I've been hiding this the whole time. I used this laser pointer to aim at the president. That's all I did. I never fired the gun. You stupid woman! If you testify, you'll be admitting you're an accomplice. I don't care. I'm going to tell him everything. 3 days ago, I was covering an event at the Zangfa Embassy. Then some of the president's men called me over. They said if I cooperated, I'd get an exclusive interview with the president. And the gun in the trash? I really don't know. All I was told was to come wearing a red hood and to aim the laser pointer. I never thought it would snowball into all this. I'm really truly sorry. Nicole, thank you. That was testimony worthy of a courtroom. This is sufficient testimony to verify the fake assassination plot. Damn you! The lot of you! You're a bunch of mindless morons! It's a shame. If only you'd been able to usurp the investigation as planned. You would have been able to silence this young lady. Blast! So, tomorrow's headline will now read, Fake assassination plan exposed becomes a murder. Right? I can't believe you'd do something this horrible, pal. I admit nothing. Sorry, the look of the president is throwing me off. That's enough. We have no choice but to admit it. So, Mr. President, you admit that you planned a fake assassination? But why? Why'd you do this?
My approval ratings in Zingfa have fallen. I wanted to appeal to them as a strong president who survived an assassination. But in the end, it was just a lie, a stupid lie.
And the bullet in the bulletproof vest?
Prepared earlier. It was not fired yet today.
Cool. But what about to kill her?
It seems our plan was leaked. Someone wanted to make a fake assassination real.
That's why To Killer wore the red raincoat. He would impersonate the culprit from the plan in order to approach the president.
But there's still one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Why did Rook die? His death was not part of the charade, and yet it really happened.
Yes, why was his life taken?
Ethan was an outstanding bodyguard. Even if he wasn't from my country, he had my utmost trust.
I wouldn't think that having the trust of a cowardly president meant much, honestly. Hey, that's the same sort of bond between me and Edgeworth, pal. I wouldn't put it that way. Did Rook know of your plan?
Not the exact details. I asked him to cooperate, and he refused.
You should have listened to his advice.
Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done it all if I had known.
You're being too dramatic. What? Rook was just one piece of the president's defense.
Knightley.
And it's not as if he cooperated with your plan. I did. He ran away, taking whatever dignity he left with him. Good riddance.
I know you're a valuable bodyguard, but still.
I don't have time for this, Soy. I'm the team leader now. There's gonna be a lot of changes now that the chicken's gone. After all, adaptation's the most important principle of chess. I'll orchestrate even more perfect plans, just like this one. You definitely have an ambition. But wasn't your perfect plan today a failure? If it weren't for you and that idiot Rook, it would have been perfect. What did Rook do? If he hadn't died, the killer wouldn't have threatened me. And you would have never set foot in this plane. Jesus, dude. Yeah, he died trying to save the president. Maybe he's fulfilled his lifelong ambition. He died protecting the president? Huh? But the assassination was fake, right? Of course it was, but you don't need to listen closer, little girl. Remember the guy who wanted to make the fake assassination real? There were 2 gunshots at the time of the incident. The first was, as you said, I shot the balloon. But the second one wasn't me. Who fired the second shot? The real assassin. But it wasn't the killer. He intended to attack the president with a knife, not a gun. The lucky winner was the hidden queen. Or should I say the lady in the coat over there. Ah! You're accusing Nicole, pal? I ain't no assassin! Really? I don't believe you. The gun that was left in the trash, that was yours, right? Jesus, dude. Whoa, slow down. I need to pee. This is getting spicy. This is getting real spicy, and I have a lot of voices to keep up with, and I need water. So give me a minute to get some water and pee. Putting on my sweater, putting on my sweater, putting on my sweater. And getting back into bed. I don't have a desk yet, so I'm just gonna stream from my bed for next God knows how many streams, which is nice. Back to that. Let's do this. I shot the balloon and into the plane with Rook and the President. Rook waiting in the cabin while I led the President to the security room. When I came out, Rook was already on the ground. The bullet that the lady fired must have hit him while we escorted the President to the plane. The shot was fired from the ground you found in the trash. From the gun you found in the trash. So, you're saying you don't know exactly when the victim was shot? A knight's job ain't to protect the Rook. It's to protect the king. Huh? What he's trying to say is his job was to protect the President only. It's over if you lose the king. Checkmate. That's the first rule of chess. I guess, yeah. Technically. I just turned my shirt inside out. Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm taking off one of my layers because it's starting to crush my chest. If you let your pieces get taken right in front of you, you're not likely to win. But I did win. Look, the President's safe. For now. First rule of chess is to make sure the other person isn't looking when you eat the pieces. How you doing, Josh? Water. So, the victim had no... Tired, saw you were playing the funny game. It is a great game. So, the victim had no part in your plan? Yeah, that's right. He didn't even know it was all fake. So you're... Oh, that's the wrong person. So you're saying he thought there was a real assassination attempt? But you fired the gun right next to him. Wouldn't you have noticed? Maybe he did. Not that it matters now. Besides, even if he thought the assassination attempt was a fake, his duty was to protect the king. He made a split-second decision to sacrifice himself. The victim was truly a man of honor. You're wrong. It was all part of my plan. He simply assisted in our little performance on stage. Rook waited in the cabin while I led the president into the security room. Why did you do that? The assassination was supposed to be a fake. He's not wrong, you know. There were a lot of guests milling around outside. Wouldn't it be bad if the president, who just escaped an assassination, was seen lounging around the drinking grape juice? Imagine the headlines. What was the victim doing at that time? How should I know? I was with the president inside the security room. Anyway. When I came out, Rook was already on the ground. Where did you find his body? About where he is now. He collapsed in the middle of this room. When I returned, the door to the plane was already closed. The bullet must have hit Rook right before the door closed. Talk about a hassle. It's all his fault this plane failed. Even if he protected the king, he couldn't protect his honor.
He was careless in his duty and he paid the price for it. This man is truly despicable. As I was saying, the bullet the lady fired must have hit the with the bird. Someone's fucking texting me on Discord. Weren't you both carrying bulletproof attache cases? Yeah, when Rook pointed the laser pointer, we opened up those bad boys and it became President's shield. You're telling me the bullet slipped through the space between your shields? Are you claiming that Miss Swift had such precise aim? Well, she was targeting the President. I wouldn't say her aim is precise at all. So the bullet was off target and just happened to hit the victim instead, through the tiny gap between his bulletproof vest and the case. I don't want to believe it either, but they say truth is stranger than fiction. Knightley, fucking... You can't... What is that even a quote from? That's a Sherlock Holmes thing, right? No, Mark Twain. Very different people. It was Mark Twain who once remarked sagely in the person of Pudd'nhead Wilson that truth is often stranger than fiction because fiction is obliged to stick to probability and truth isn't. That is objectively not true. Why do people hate their... Sorry, there's a 13... I'm gonna cue that up for later so I can make fun of it.
I'm feeling pretty goat.
Shut up, Matt. Or whatever the fuck his name. You can't quote Mark Twain to... That is an impossible set of circumstances. Rook was hit by a 1 in a million shot, and you have the evidence to prove it. The shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash. The gun we found in the trash was fired twice. So the second shot wasn't part of your plan. That's right, she did that on her own. If you think about it, wasn't she desperate for a scoop? I'm a journalist! I ain't no murderer! Well then, who was the one who joined the plan in order to get the exclusive coverage? Just like you said, I organized this fake assassination attempt. She was only supposed to aim the laser pointer. Guess it wasn't enough for her. She prepared her own gun and took aim at the President. She probably thought she couldn't get caught if she just went in and shot me too. Knightley fired the first shot, and then Miss Swift fired the second one. In other words, Nicole also had a gun. I never thought she was the type. Without any proof, it's just pure speculation. Then BAM! Let's present some evidence! Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I checked that already, game. Chill. Anyways. Tell me then where the second shot came from.
I want him to do a stupid little shrug. That's my favorite animation of his, is his little shrug. That and the bow are my two favorites. So you shot the balloon and Miss Swift shot Rook. Is that really true? Can't see it any other way. The gun we discovered in the trash was fired twice. The number of gunshots don't add up. Why don't the gunshots add up? It's simple. This gun is fake evidence left behind by the real criminal. Fake evidence? Think about it. The criminal planted this for a reason. By finding the gun, we'd assume that the assassin was in the audience. In order to make us believe the gun was used by the assassin, the gun needed to appear as if it had been fired twice. I get it, because 2 shots were fired during the incident. However, we proved that the bullet that hit the balloon did not come from the gun. Therefore, I have my doubts as to whether this gun also took life. Here it comes. You're packing some serious heat. Even with the song and dance, you come this far. Go ahead and say it. I won't just say it. I'll prove it. The one who really shot Rook was you. Horace Knightley, you murdered Rook. Ha! You finally said it. The killer wasn't the only one who took advantage of the fake assassination plot. You intended to murder Rook and claim he was a victim of the assassination. Once the president had entered the security room and the door to the plane was closed, only the victim and Knightley would have been left in this room. At that moment, you fired a 3rd bullet directly at Rook. A 3rd bullet? Ha! Only 2 gunshots were heard. The numbers don't match up. The plane's walls are soundproof. The door was closed. The gunshot would not have been heard outside the plane. But wasn't the president in the next room? That's true. The president may have heard the gunshot. Mr. President, did you hear a gunshot? I didn't hear any gunshots. But weren't you watching this room through the security cameras? Cameras in this room aren't usually turned on. Turned on the power after I entered the security room. So you didn't turn on the power immediately after entering the room? No, actually. What is it? He's not being very clear. Mr. President, focus! This is vital! Please! Why? Genuine question, why? If you knew that this was a crime that you were faking, why would you, like... Okay, whatever, man. Oh, God damn it. Me too, Kay. Everyone. That definitely ain't going in my article. Oh my God, sorry, just... Nightly, buddy. Furthermore, you could tell the security cameras had been turned on by looking at the monitors. In that moment, when the president wouldn't hear the gunshot or see the room, you had the chance to fire a 3rd bullet at Rook. You really think I killed that moron? That's cold, Mr. President. Have a little faith in me, the bodyguard who's risking his life to protect you. I want to believe you, I really do, but... I just don't get it. Why are you suspecting me alone? There's still the possibility that she's the killer. This gun is not the murder weapon. The number of missing bullets makes that clear. Maybe it was one short to begin with. Ever think of that? What? Maybe it already fired a shot yesterday or the day before. And the 2nd shot was fired today, the one that hit Rook. Yeah, excuse. The possibility exists, you can't deny that. He's right, I can't deny it completely. The bullet casing is in the gun! Stop pointing a gun at him. Mr. Prosecutor, it's true, I did an awful thing for a scoop, but I never killed nobody. I would never do a thing like that. Decisive evidence. If I could prove the murder weapon was Knightley's gun, prove it was his gun. Nice. Hold it! What? You don't seriously have decisive evidence? Naturally. That's a big joke. Come on now, show us! What's this so-called evidence? The bullet that took Rook's life. That's the decisive evidence I need. This evidence. Do I have it? I have it. Fuck you! I know where it is! I don't have it. However, it is somewhere in this room. The bullet that killed Rook's pierced through his body. So where did the bullet go? Earlier you explained it like this. The bullet that took Rook's life pierced through his body and then hit the vest. That's right. It'd be dangerous if he hadn't worn that bulletproof vest. However, now that the fake assassination plan has come to light, we know that the bullet in the bulletproof vest was prepared earlier. So then where did the bullet go? Interesting, interesting. Do you have the answer? Do I have evidence that shows the location of the bullet that killed Mr. Rook? This room, there's one thing that clearly is missing. Something missing? You sure it's not your brain? I'd like you to look at this rack of security monitors. It seems you've noticed, Mr. President. Among these images of the plane's surroundings, only the feed from the right side of the plane is absent. That's what's missing. A single monitor. Mr. President, there was originally a monitor here, wasn't there? That's right. Why is... That must have been put there to hide the empty space where the monitor used to be. Why is the monitor missing there, and where did it go? Why? Undoubtedly because it was hit by the bullet. In order to make us think the bullet really hit the bulletproof vest, it would be a problem if another bullet hole was discovered. So then where'd the monitor go? Where? It should be hidden somewhere inside this plane. There hasn't been a chance to dispose of it outside since it was shot. Detective Gumshoe, search this plane. Roger that, sir! President Huang! Your extraterritorial laws apply to this plane. Ah. Detective, we have his approval. Go ahead. Mr. Edgeworth, I found it, sir! Good work, Detective. Now let's extract the bullet from the monitor. Well, that definitely is stained with blood. I'm certain this is the bullet that killed Rook. This is the bullet that will crush your arguments, the decisive evidence that blows a hole in your logic. If the ballistic markings on this gun do not match the gun found in the audience area, Miss Swift will be cleared of suspicion. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Detective, we need to examine this ballistic markings. Send the gun and bullet forensics. Roger! We should find the clear markings on the bullet, sir. Now then, let's listen to the forensics report. Reporting! First, the blood on this bullet matches the victim's blood. So this bullet really did take Rook's life. Also, Horace Knightley's fingerprints were found on this gun. Knightley's fingerprints probably came from when he took all our evidence. The real issue is the ballistic markings. If the ballistic markings don't match, Miss Swift will be cleared of suspicion. And the bullet's ballistic markings match this gun. What? They match? What? No way! There's no mistake. This bullet was fired from this gun. What? Huh? That's strange. Looks like I was right after all, naturally. Do you really think you had me cornered? You misread the board. The one who's been cornered is you. Also, it just occurred to me how fucking massive Knightley's neck is. Even without that neck brace. Without that neck brace, his neck is longer than most necks in this game. And there are some long-ass necks in this series. There are some fucking necks in this series, but I think this guy has the longest neck. If the ballistic markings match the gun, there can be no doubt. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Who could have used the gun? Not me, because I was on stage, but what about that young lady reporter in the audience? All the evidence points to the young lady as the assassin that killed Rook. Well, it's your move, Mr. Prosecutor. Where'd you find the gun again? And which gun fired the bullet? At least we know it ain't me. This can't be happening. Devin, go the fuck to bed. Sorry, Devi is fucking... Hang on. The president and I have admitted the fake assassination plot. Now it's your turn to admit who the real criminal is. This doesn't make Nicole a criminal. Don't get riled up, Kay. We have this. Let him have his say first. After he's done, it won't be too late to begin our counterattack. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, we're gonna have to press everything because I genuinely don't know what it is. No, that's... Didn't you say it earlier? This is the decisive evidence. Well, how does it feel to have the hole blown right through your reasoning? The ballistic markings match the gun we found, so... Does that mean Nicole really was the shooter? I'd like to believe otherwise. But he's got decisive evidence on his side, sir. Indeed. How should I proceed? If Miss Swift isn't the killer... then the ballistic markings should not match. Thoughts, Kay? If the evidence is impossible, then maybe we should doubt the evidence itself, right? Doubt the evidence? Nicole's definitely not a criminal, so if the evidence says that she's a criminal, there must be something wrong with it. You seem awfully sure of yourself. It's great thief's intuition. Intuition? Still, it's quite possible. Above all, Miss Swift doesn't seem like the type of person to tell such elaborate lies. In court, the evidence is everything. Yet, here I am doubting it. Oh, it's weird to see Edgeworth say evidence is everything. Oh no, it's weird because that's Kristoff's thing to say. Like, Kristoff says it all the fucking time for some reason because he's a dork. So it's super weird to hear Edgeworth say it. Especially since, like, the evidence is everything line is what gets Kristoff in shit. Which evidence do I doubt? The gun. If anything's suspicious here, it can only be the gun. The bullet was discovered just a moment ago. It couldn't have been tampered with yet. Did Knightley have a chance to tamper with the gun? That's it! He could have tampered with the gun at that time. There's no doubt that this gun is the real murder weapon. In that case, the owner of this gun is Knightley. He must have switched the guns. Without a doubt, this is Knightley's own gun. Knightley, You're the one who should hold it. You proved it yourself. Don't tell me that you're gonna betray your own logic. The bulletin is stained with the victim's blood, so it is clear that it took the victim's life. And the ballistic markings match the gun we found in the trash can. Nice, nice. Your face betrays your thoughts, Mr. Prosecutor. At this rate, he'll get away. Now that you got a firm grasp of reality, it's time to take the next step. The link between the gun and the bullet is clear, so... who could have used the gun? Who indeed? You already know the answer, you just don't want to admit it, huh? I know the feeling. It's probably how I felt like before. Feeling so irritated you're just itching to pull the trigger. But this ain't the time to be joking around. Only one person could have used that gun. Not me, because I was on stage, but what about that lady reporter in the audience? Do you have proof that Miss Swift fired the gun? Whoa there, didn't the boys in blue already prove that? But Nicole's fingerprints weren't found on the gun. And yours were all over it, pal. Well, that's because I was handling all the evidence earlier. If that lady ain't the killer, who else could it be? You weren't the ones cornered in the assassin in the audience. Capiche? In fact, from every angle on board. All the evidence points to that lady as the assassin who killed Rook. I don't recall that being proven. Well, what exactly have you proved? Oh yeah, you proved that I fired the false bullet. But you're forgetting one crucial thing. Why were you called here in the first place? You consider the worsening relationship with Zingfa to be the truth? No, your purpose here was to solve that attempted assassination incident. My purpose here is for me to decide. It is not to be decided by the likes of you. Whatever. If you spend all day arguing like this, the case is going to go unsolved. Just give it up already. The real criminal is that lady over there. No, the real criminal can be none other than this man. The ballistic markings match the gun we discovered in the trash can. When did Knightley have the opportunity to touch the gun? It could only have been when I handed over the evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, is there anything we can do? Our reasoning up until now has not been wrong. This is an obstacle we'll just have to overcome. But doesn't he have decisive evidence? Testimony born from lies will always contain a contradiction. Firstly, I'll need to press Knightley for more details. Yeah, we're done. That's gotta be the end of the case. Knightley, you fiend, you switched the guns. The guns that matched the ballistic markings was yours all along. Ha! Interesting choice of move you made there. The switch occurred at the time you seized the evidence, when you were arguing with the president over the investigation rights. You detached the laser sight from the gun found in the audience area and attached it to your gun. Then, when you returned the evidence, you gave me your own gun. Ha! Did I do that? Thanks, Steve Urkel. So, what you're saying is that you knew you'd want to investigate the ballistic markings. Indeed. Staying one move ahead of your opponent isn't that fundamental rule of chess. I'm glad you feel that way, Mr. Prosecutor, but you're giving me too much credit. Besides, can you even prove I pulled the old switcheroo with the guns? So the guns happen to be the same model as mine. Pure coincidence. But take a closer look. Only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it. Check the number of bullets left in the chamber. Only 2 shots fired. See, there's no evidence I switched the guns, right? Giving you too much credit, that hardly sounds like something you'd say. I'm just more modest than you. Probably true. Well, except when I'm in front of a chessboard. But we're not in front of a chessboard. That's too bad. Don't use it as an excuse later. I didn't lose the game. I just couldn't find enough evidence. You're the one who should have an excuse ready. You didn't beat me at chess. You only found the evidence. God, these two quipping at each other. I just want Kay to go in and be like, just fuck already. So the guns happen to be same model. Pure fuck you and your pure coincidence, you say. Or perhaps it was simply bound to happen. Which is it, pal? Us bodyguards need to use them to protect the president. And no matter how you slice it, that lady is a total amateur with guns. It was necessary for both of us to use revolvers. A revolver? Like the one that Knightley's carrying? Why would it be necessary? It was a simpler mechanism, so it's easier to use. Something along those lines, probably. When you gotta get the job done, or if you're new to this sort of thing, there's nothing better. Truth is, I thought it was a pure coincidence all along. But take a look, only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it. You attached the laser pointer to the gun yourself. Also, didn't she give us the laser pointer? She didn't. God damn it. Oh yeah? Prove it. Show me the evidence. That's... You can't go around calling people liars without proof. Didn't you, Daddy? Oh shit. Yo, you don't want to get into Edgeworth's daddy issues. On that point, I got evidence on my side. Oh dear. Something's been bothering me for a while now. What about the chamber of your own gun? My woman here? Now that you mention it. Dude, this animation takes so long. I've been firing it off for a while now. Every time he fires, he reloads the gun. That's it. In order to switch guns, he would have had to reload the bullets. Knightley is barehanded, and he had no time to put on gloves when he switched it was made. If it's evidence... There isn't any. If it is, show it to me. We know where it is, pal, don't we, Mr. Edgeworth? There's no time for another investigation. I can only use what I have right now. Think. Consider all possibilities. If you got something to show, let me know. I'll get back to you on that. There's no evidence that directly proves Knightley switched the guns. Yet we know for a fact he did. If he didn't, there would be no explanation for the ballistic markings. I need to carefully consider the meaning behind every piece of evidence linked in this testimony. The truth must be there. Okay. Shoot. Shoot! Well, shoot. Wow! You have the capacity for this, mentally speaking, you dick. It would have to be the gun, right? Oh no. I think it has to be the gun. Not the plants, this shit. Yeah, okay. I should have known. Dude, I want to see him do that fucking shrug. He hasn't done the shrug all night. That evidence is this. You call that evidence? Prosecutor Edgeworth. You're trying too hard. Certain traces were left on this gun. Traces that prove this gun belongs to you. Show it to me. What kind of piece you got? A rook, a bishop? Better not be a pawn. The traces Knightley left on the gun are... You left your fingerprints on this gun. Fingerprints? Ha! That should be expected. I handled the guns earlier when I seized your evidence. Of course my fingerprints are on it. But what if the fingerprints are on... What if the fingerprints are on the place they should not be? What? That's not possible. Allow me to show you. There's one place where your fingerprints should not be. This piece of evidence will deal the final blow to your king. Here, Detective Gumshoe, please have a look at the cylinder. 2 shots were fired, sir, but where would the fingerprints be? You made the switch when you seized the evidence earlier. However, if all you did was switch the guns, you would have been found right away. That's because the number of bullets fired by the 2 guns are different. The gun found in the audience that I had fired 2 shots, sir. Then what about Mr. Knightley's gun? He fired 2 shots at the balloon when he was on the stage. And later 1 shot to kill Rook. 3 shots in total, not counting the number of shots he fired since then. After each of those times, you would reload the bullets. Tell us, Mr. Knightley, were you wearing gloves when doing that? Officer, in your report earlier, where were Knightley's fingerprints found on the gun? Sir, the prints weren't just found on the outside of the gun. They were also found on the bullets as well. If all you did was handle the evidence, why would your fingerprints be on the bullets? God, that's... With this, it's been proven that you switched the guns. The guns which fired the bullets that took the victim's life. It belongs to you, Horace Knightley. You are the one who stole Rook's life. You are the true assassin. I'm... There it is! Checkmate. Ow. I should have been leader. Me! Rook! That piece of scum! If it hadn't been for him, I'd have been in complete control over everybody. My assassination plan, it was perfect. My plan was perfect! Detective Gumshoe, if you please. Roger that, sir. Edgeworth! This game ain't over yet, you hear me? That's enough. The rest of this game will continue in the courtroom. God damn it! Damn you! What happened to the president? You have my gratitude. You exposed a murderer amongst my bodyguards, and for that I am truly in your debt. As soon as he stepped outside the plane, he reverted back to his king-like persona. Some time ago when I proposed the fake assassination plan. You want me and not Rook? Rook declined, so I'm asking you, what do you say? Alright, let's do this. I'll come up with the perfect plan. I can even use that guy as a chess piece. When Knightley said that, his eyes were overflowing with hatred towards Rook. Frankly, I was quite anxious about asking Knightley instead of Rook. Now that I recall those events, he probably sensed the anxiety in my countenance. Perhaps that is why what gave him the impetus for murder. Mr. President, if you had not orchestrated that fake plan, this would not have happened. That is your sin, a sin that won't disappear. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You have my sincerest apologies. I too must bear some responsibility for this. Even so, I am most grateful to you. I thank you for solving the mystery of Rook's death. I'm scheduled to stay in this country for a little longer, but if any of you ever wish to visit the Republic of Zengfa, you will always be welcome. Sick. Oh, I thought the plane just straight up crashed. Oh, Lordy, thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so happy for you, Nicole! You were set up as the suspect for murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You will have to submit to the police questioning later. You should know that there's still a possibility you may be charged with some crime. Yeah, no. Sorry about all this. I understand you want to catch a scoop, but there's a line that should not be crossed. I hear ya. I promise to reflect on this. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth! That was awesome! Prosecutor Edgeworth solves presidential assassination attempt. It's gonna be big news! Big news? Mr. Prosecutor, would you mind telling us how you feel about solving this case? That was certainly a quick change of attitude. No comment. Aw, don't be so ornery! The reason is because this case is not over yet. Huh? Not over? What do you mean, sir? What shows this case is not over yet? The killer's card. The killer still hasn't carried out his request. You mean killing the president? I hope this doesn't turn into a larger incident. An assassination attempt on the president of Zengfa. News of this incident spread across the entire country. Mass media also hounded me as I prepared to trial of Horace Knightley. Everyone had seen the news and everyone was talking about it. However, amidst the commotion, nobody noticed that the game had only just begun. The end. All right, we're done chapter 1. We're on to chapter 2, and I am excited because I'm pretty sure my children are going to show up here, but I'm going to wait till next stream because I don't want to play too much. It's already been 2 hours, and I don't want to do too much. Yes! There she is, my babe. So excited to meet her. Okay, so next stream, I have no idea when it'll be. It might be Thursday, it might be Saturday, Sunday, fucking don't even know. It depends on work, but this is fun. I'm enjoying this so far. I'm glad to be playing an Ace Attorney game blind again after, I think, 2 years, maybe 1 year? I don't even remember when I played the Chronicles games. I'm a little sad that the series is going to be over soon, though. I am a little sad that it's, like, I'm done, you know? Once this is over, I'm done. I've played them all. Shut up! But, yeah, I'm excited. I will see you guys when I see you. Bye!